my name is Jose Ruiz, and my topic today will be lowering the drinking age. My major claim is, excuse me, lowering the legal age from 21 to 18 will help decrease the number of minors getting into trouble. I'm going to discuss how it will reduce the number of minors getting into trouble, first, by no longer making drinking it a forbidden fruit. Second, by regulating the environment in which they drink in. And third, by helping to reduce alcohol traffic deaths. First, lowering the drinking age will no longer make drinking a forbidden fruit. As you may all know, as kids, when you were told by your parents not to do a certain thing, you would do it anyhow, right? So, according to Barrett Seaman, an author of Binge, What Your College Student Won't Tell You, lowering the drinking age will take away that thrill of breaking the law. But it would rather make it something that young adults do with older adults who have learned to control and drink responsibly. As you may or may not know, from the National Prohibition Act during the 1920s, which prohibited the consumption and selling of alcohol, made alcohol, in a sense, a forbidden fruit. Today, we can say history is repeating itself because prohibiting young adults under the age of 21 is not working. Second, lowering the drinking age will allow teens to drink alcohol in regulated environments. Most fatalities related to this occur when young, inexperienced drinkers are afraid of getting themselves or their friends in trouble when they try to seek for medical help. A study conducted by students at the University of Wyoming chose 336 randomly selected people. They noticed that 24.5% didn't want to seek medical help because they were afraid they would get their friends into trouble, while another 20.4% of the people said that they didn't seek medical help because they were afraid of getting themselves into trouble. Third, lowering the drinking age will reduce alcohol traffic-related incidents. Based on the fact sheet of the National Institute of Health, the U.S. alcohol-related traffic deaths account for 40% of all traffic deaths. Out of that 40%, 36% are among those aged between 16 and 20. As you may or may not know, in the European countries, the legal drinking age is lower. For example, in Spain, the legal drinking age is 16. According to the Oxford Journal, even though they have a younger drinking age, alcohol-related accidents between age 16 and 24 account for only 19% out of 49% of alcohol-related deaths. So as you can see, even though in Spain the age range is wider, which is 16 to 24, it only accounts for 19% out of 49% of all the alcohols related. While in the U.S., they have a narrower age group, 16 to 20, and they have a bigger set, which is 36 out of 40. So in conclusion, lowering the drinking age from 21 to 18 will help decrease the number of minors getting into trouble. First, by no longer making drinking a forbidden fruit. Second, by regulating the environment in which they drink in. And third, by reducing alcohol traffic deaths. Thank you.
All right, well, you identify the topic very clearly, and there's no problem with your proposition. You state what it is. The layout of the secondary claims I thought was very clear. That part was solid. You could do a little bit more talking about the controversy and why there is some question about this. It seems a lot of your arguments depended on the forbidden fruit theory, and you need to do more to develop that. You've got kind of an explanation about what it is, and then there is one quote that deals with that particular point, and that's about as far as it goes. And I think that that's a big inference based on a small amount of information there. Then there was some other information, especially on the third point, that makes comparisons on death rates on accidents, and you need to do a little bit more to show the comparability of those statistics. I'm not sure I got a source citation on the Spanish data on accident rates. We did get good information on the U.S. rates, though. So one of the things that you need to show is how comparable those two systems are. Oh, I know, there was causality on the second point. That's the thing. I thought there was a big stretch on that. The notion that they're going to get in trouble, but you know, they're not seeking help for other people because they're afraid they're going to get in trouble. But none of the data says that they were afraid that they were going to get in trouble because they had been drinking. Rather, it's because they had somebody that was, you know, overloaded with alcohol, that person's in the problem, not because the people who are bringing them in for help or seeking medical advice are the ones who are violating the law. So I thought that was a little iffy on that particular point. I thought you did a nice job speaking to the audience. You've got a very clear summary at the end of the speech. You need, like I said, you need to make that last inference a little bit stronger by showing the parallels between the two systems that you are talking about. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. You made a reference to prohibition. Your argument would be stronger if you could show, for instance, on the forbidden fruit argument that during prohibition alcohol consumption went up. All right, thank you.